Howdy folks, and welcome back to another Taste of Gameplay video, this time for the American Tier 6 Premium Battleship, the USS Arizona. As always, these videos are designed to give you a sample of the gameplay of the ship, not to be an exhaustive analysis. I recommend the Wargaming Wiki or other content creators. The Arizona. The poor, poor Arizona. I was kind of dreading this one, to be honest. I know a lot of people bought this ship because of its historical significance, and of course that's a really good reason to buy a ship and play it, but I can't say that I particularly enjoy the Arizona or really any of the lower tier standard American battleships. And I'm sure that's just because I'm not very good at them. It's probably a skill issue. I'm not going to play amazingly well in this game. I'm going to be dead in about 8 minutes, and we're going to lose. Spoiler alert. I'm going to try not to sound too grumpy and tell you about the ship, but I think the problem, and all of these things are going to be showcased in this game, is the Arizona is very slow, top speed of 22 knots, which means that if something goes wrong and you need to reposition, you really can't. So in this game, this flank is just going to collapse, and the other flank's going to do quite well. And the best thing for me would be to kite away and head back towards the center of the map, but I'm going to realize that just a little bit too late, and then I'm going to get caught. This ship is just really slow. And then the guns. So in theory, they should be good, right? It's 12 356s, which sounds great, but the reload is really long. It's 35 seconds. And first of all, that to me just isn't super fun because it, again, reduces the number of times you get to make an interesting decision. But it also is a problem in certain situations because it makes the ship just not very flexible. There's going to be a moment here where I'm going to fire at a battleship, and then right after that, a better shot comes up. It's a shot on an Atlanta, but I can't take it, and I have to wait 35 seconds before I can take another shot. Now, again, that could be a skill issue. Anticipating what your best shots are is definitely a skill. It's a skill that I'm okay with. I'm trying to get better, but I just don't find it as fun as the more fast-paced, like flexible gameplay of other battleships or cruisers or destroyers. The reason it works in the Vermont is because the Vermont just hits like a truck. But the Arizona doesn't hit that hard. I mean, the guns are okay, but I would rather have a higher caliber and maybe a few less guns if I'm going to fire this often, and better dispersion. The dispersion here is really, really not good. And the range is also bad. It's 16 kilometers, which is just not that great. Now, you do have a spotting aircraft, but the spotting aircraft has an enormously long reload time, so you really have to be careful with it. It has super high concealment. I believe its base of 14 kilometers. It doesn't have particularly great secondaries. The guns, being 356, are not high enough caliber to really overmatch other battleships, even at this tier, with some exceptions. So yeah, I don't know. It's not a ship that I would buy except for the historical reasons. It's a ship that you can make work, but only if you really carefully shepherd each shot and carefully use it, and also really anticipate your positioning. And maybe those are good things to practice. Maybe that would make me a better battleship player if I tried harder to use the Arizona, but I just don't find it that fun. It's so slow. It's so slow to reload. It feels like you're playing with one hand held behind your back. It's just not my thing, I guess. But yeah, for me, battleships, I prefer, like the Mutsu at tier 6 is one of my favorites because that ship does hit like a truck. I believe it has 457s. I mean, something really egregiously large for this tier, and a much longer range. Now it has less guns. I believe it has 6 to the Arizona's 12, but that's just, it turns out, not as great as you might think. or at least I don't know quite how to get value out of it. So I was reluctant to show this game because, of course, I have an ego, and I'd like to think I'm good at this game, and this is definitely not a video I would show a potential clan if they were interested in recruiting me, because I'm just not going to play that well. But one of the reasons I did want to show it is, number one, I promised I would show these one-take videos unless they were really bad, and this isn't bad enough to qualify. But also, I think there is a lesson to be learned here, and the lesson in this case is I played this game right before I had something else to do. I knew I wasn't really looking forward to the Arizona, and so I was kind of in a little bit of a hurry, and I tried to squeeze this game in before going and doing something else. And so I was just a little bit grumpy, and it's amazing how much that affects my play. And I'm sure that's true for everybody, but just a reminder that, you know, if you want to play well, don't play when you're in a bad mood. You know, play some co-op, play some asymmetrics, do something else, or just play for fun, but understand that, you know, you're not going to play as well. At least I never do. So yeah, the USS Arizona, the poor Arizona, poor fate in real life, poor fate in the hands of me at this game. We could have won this game, but you can see like the entire flank here is collapsed, and I'm now completely on my own. And I just didn't realize exactly how bad it was. I mean, I knew it was going poorly, but this Cossack, he's basically pushed the spawn, which is not usually a good idea, but he's completely got me surrounded. I have nowhere to go. I can't hide. I can't go undetected. The detection range on this thing is enormous. So yeah, I'm just a sitting duck. I am going to manage to take out this Atlanta. I don't know what this guy was thinking. He does not need to do this. I'm dead. I'm a dead man walking. He's not helping his team's cause. He just threw his ship away, basically. And even when I die, we're technically up one ship. But, yeah. This is the problem with dying early. I was commenting in one of the recent videos about the importance of not dying early, and here you go. This is a great counterexample. I'm going to die about 8 minutes into this game, and then I can't help. I can't help my team at all. I wasted all the heals that I didn't use, and, you know, assuming you think of yourself as a good player, and I think I'm above average at least, if you remove yourself from the game, then your team is going to suffer for that. This Tashkent played pretty well, but everybody else on my team was kind of just not that great. I don't know. Yeah, I wish I had more clever things to say about the Arizona. Just not my favorite ship. I do know some people like it. I know it's really important to folks for the historical curiosity, and people play it in other modes like operations and co-op, and I'm sure it's fun there. But yeah, as a random battleship, I can't say I really recommend this one. Anyway, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one.